Okay, guys and girls and non-binary peoples, it's another video from yours truly, and I think I fixed my microphone actually just by charging it, because I'm not a huge idiot. Oh, and there's my dad's camera over there. Now, I'm going to paint again. There's some, my neighbors, he's a farmer, he's working, so there's a lot of sound. But other than that, we'll go over here in the barn. Let's get dark. In there. That's my car. I don't have the driving license yet. I hopefully will have it when this video comes out. If I don't, oh God, man. Anyway, we're looking for none of this scrap and crap. We're looking for wood, scrap wood. And I think I have about 2 or 3 more pieces of the same length and size as the other 2. Yeah, 3 more pieces, which is maybe I only have 2 right now. Down. So here we got the wood. That's great. Yeah, I don't really know why I want to film. Like I'm some sort of vlogger. I don't really know that. I don't know why. But I thought it would be fun since I maybe fixed my microphone by just charging it. Yes, it's the same day as the other video because I'm wearing the same shirt. It is, I'm gonna be honest. That's life of someone who has summer break and is bored. I'm gonna have to drill some holes in this wood, like here and here. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, and you guys can just we can just skip to the painting part. Yeah. Okay, we can't actually do that yet because I have to get my I have to get my father's drill machine so I can drill the holes in it. Hair's all chuffed up. I hadn't really set my hair for a long time just because, you know, it's summer break and all, but it's coming to an end, so it's not here. Okay, well, whilst I'm trying to find the drill, we can talk about what is going on with the channel. There's nothing going on with the channel. I have nothing to talk about really. Like, I usually always yap about something, but yeah, not today, no. Actually, maybe I forgot to open the door. Alright, this will be the next clip when I'll be inside. Oh, you know what I found? The drill. But it doesn't have the drill bit in. Oh my God. Well. Okay. Well, I think, oh, they're unpaired. God damn it. Well, you probably can't hear what I'm, oh, you can, maybe. Maybe you can. Yeah, I got the drill, so I'm gonna go drill and then we'll get to the painting stuff then. All right, that's better. Yeah. Okay, I just have one thing before the actual painting, and that's I cleaned up my table, first and foremost, and this thing, which is a pallet that my dad made for me, because we found some scrap wood in the barn, like, I don't know, a week ago or something like that. And we didn't really use it for anything, and he was like, oh, you can paint on it. And then when I made the switch from, you know, golden paint to acrylic paint, and, you know, instead of using oil, then I needed a new palette, and that's what I got. Okay, yeah, so as you just heard from me mumbling about my palette, which my dad made for me, I'm painting again, and I'm painting with acrylic paint this time instead of oil paint. And I've been thinking about switching for a long time, and I just finally got around to it. Like the price difference between like buying oil paint and buying golden heavy body acrylic paint wasn't very different for me. So I would just have different tools. I wouldn't have used more or less money. But like just a quick spoiler, I like them a lot. The golden acrylic. This is not sponsored or anything, but I wish it would. I wish Golden would sponsor me, so please, that would be very nice, because like, you know, paint is expensive. Good paint, quality paint costs money. So that's just how it is. Other than that, this painting here today is it's a little bit different than I usually make, and it's a bit more abstract, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail. So you can definitely still see a person in it, but it's more abstract than usual, I would say. But there's a long ways away from it. And right now I'm just doing the background, and the trick I did here, which is a thing I can't do with oil paint, like without using a whole lot of paint thinner, which is pretty toxic, so like you shouldn't use too much of it, is I made these Jackson Pollock-esque drips. Like, if you know Jackson Pollock, like, you've probably, even if you don't know him, you've definitely seen some of his paintings. Like, he's the guy who just, like, dripped paint on a canvas, which, like, was pretty cool, actually. Like, I know some people don't like it, but I think it's pretty neat. And I did this on the background because I wanted, like, some anger, some feelings, some cool texture, and of course, if you know me, you know that I love randomness and just complete utter chaos and destruction in the best way possible. And I think that the background that I made, resembles it a lot. Hopefully you feel this. Hopefully you feel the same. And then I'm just starting on the sketch, which I of course always do in white. And like this paint, guys and girls and non-binary people, this paint, my people, it's great. Like, it's like, I think if you have TikTok and use it, you've probably seen those videos, like very satisfying videos of somebody using like sign making with paint, like, you know, traditionally painting a sign. And it's like the same. This paint, just like a little blob goes a very long way compared to the oil paint I used before, and it's just so great. And this paint dries so fast, and for me that's a good thing, because then it doesn't become muddy, and when like 8,000 colors get mixed together, because like things only get mixed if I want them to get mixed, if you know what I mean. So I have full control over my colors, which is very great. And I actually I just realized that I needed that, and that's why I did that. Yeah, here's a little more close up, and I was debating really doing a close up so you couldn't see all of it, but you know, I'll just switch the camera. You know, the camera zoom back and forth. But generally, this is actually one of the. I know I say this every time, that this is actually the best painting, one of the best paintings I've ever made, and of course, like, I'm always getting better. I'm always getting more experienced, and that's why I feel like my paintings are always getting better. But of course, they aren't always getting better. Progress, especially in art or any creative field, is never linear. Like, you don't just wake up one day and get better, like, by the day. That's not how it works. You get better by painting and drawing and doing whatever your creative craft or like creative thing is. You can only get better at something by doing it, and it's definitely the same thing here with art. For me, it's like I just get better because I do it, and it's pretty nice. So yeah, what more do I have to talk about? Do I have to speak about? This one,
is especially cool because again it's painted on wooden boards, and I just realized something, like for me and what I want out of a piece, I can paint on anything. Like I could paint on a scrap piece of metal and I still think it would be cool, and I have done that. So you should definitely go like watching my my videos. Yeah. Talk about self-promotion, you should definitely like, subscribe, and comment and share and all that stuff, because I really appreciate it when you guys do that, and you'll help me reach my goal of 1,000 subscribers, and my goal of getting monetized on YouTube, so I can make money from my art, which like it would be my dream come true. And like of course I know that measuring success in money when it comes to art is stupid, but I kind of want to live. Like that's the thing. Like I don't. It's not because I don't want to work, because I want to work, and I actually just got a new job, which is very great. Because like yeah, I'm lucky to have parents who will I don't have to pay rent, but I'm probably gonna do that soon. Like my dad and my mom and dad have been talking about taking rent because I'm 18, and I think that's fair. But they're like, oh, we probably should, we'll think about it, and then we'll wait to when you have a job, so you like have some money to actually pay, because like if I don't have money to pay the rent with, then I can't pay the rent even if I wanted to. But yeah, but again, that would be fine. But like my parents are very nice, and I'm in a very fortunate situation where I wouldn't, like my life wouldn't be destroyed if I didn't have a job. But of course, as everybody else, I still need money to live, to get gas on my car, and buy more paint, especially paint and art supplies. They're not cheap. Of course, they shouldn't be cheap, but they are not cheap. Any artist knows that, and so like that's why. But I'm very happy and thankful for my new job. I haven't been to work yet. There's only like they have been booked for like the next month. So like the whole month of August, I can't work, and then in like the start of September, I have my first day. And that's pretty crazy, but it's actually not a problem, because like I don't have to worry about what to do in August and something like that. But yeah, that's just great. Another thing, which is a thing I would say about art, is like doing the task because you love doing it, not doing it because you will gain something. Like make art because you want to make art. Don't make art because you want money. I know that's very common, like I know, and a very basic and common thing people say, but like I actually mean it. Like if you only make art for the, I'm an artist thing, dude, no, don't. Like everybody is an artist in their own way. Like everybody who creates something is an artist. It's the same with this, and like a music producer, he's an artist. He makes beats and music. A handbag maker is an artist. Like he makes handbags or whatever. Like people who create something are all artists. And of course, still pretty common knowledge, but I think I've been thinking about it more recently, like just trying to love the place where I'm at, not the place I hope to be going. It's like I live on a farm, and on this farm we don't really have any animals or crops or anything. Like, well, we have one cucumber plant, but we don't do any farming. But our neighbor, he has a pretty large field where he grows hay, and he uses that hay to fire his furnace. So it gives him heat for the winter and heat to his house, which is really great. And for him, it's more affordable than buying power, like buying from the power grid and different companies. And nearly every year, we help him out. People around our community. And this year I was there also because I wasn't on boarding school like the last 2 years. And we didn't get any payment for like 5 hours of work. And like my dad, he was up on the huge hay bale stack, and I threw hay bales up on a giant conveyor belt. So like we did that with some other people for like 5 hours, and it was actually great. I loved it. It was really funny. It was fun. It was it was challenging, but like in a good way. Like if you work out or just like run or do any type of sport, like the feeling of having accomplished something like physical. It's just great. It's just very nice. It was the same here because like you were just sore, and your hands were just completely like they're so sensitive because the hay is it's not sharp, but when you touch it so much, it's very it is kind of sharp, like kinda, not completely. I just had a sip of coffee. So, like, we were just completely destroyed after. And when we were done, his wife had made food for us. Great dinner. Really nice. Really, like, just a great vibe and energy from, like, talking to each other after we've done the work. And nobody was expecting anything. Like, well, we knew they were going to make dinner, of course. But, like, everybody was actually just happy to be there and happy to have helped, because like if me and my dad weren't there, then there were 2 less people, and then it would have probably taken an hour to an hour and a half more, and that's a lot of time when you when we worked fast and already worked like 5 hours. So, or even if there's less people than that, if there's like 4 people or something, that would be insanely hard to do. But it all came together, and I have never seen so much hay in one building. Like, it's pretty insane that like his whole barn was just filled to the brim. Like we even took in more than we did like that's the most we've ever taken in. I think it's about 4,000 hay bales or something, which, if you don't know, is in Denmark, it's pretty much. In other bigger countries, it may not be as much, but like in Denmark, that's pretty much. Also, like, considering like we're not like we're not, people around here are not really big farmers, not really that much though. Also, but that's the same thing with painting. Like, just be happy to do it. Just be happy doing it, then it will become great and pretty easy. So here there's a bit of a time skip, but I added a bit of pinkish red, more skin as color, because this beige color is great as a base for some skin color or some Caucasian skin color. I want my paintings like be a little bit of a self-portrait of me, because I'm a white man, and like it's a great base for it. It doesn't hold on its own. It's like it's a very sand kind of color. Kind of looks like a desert type of color. Maybe a little bit less orange. And yeah, so making a bit of tweaking on the face here. And again, I'm still learning, and I'm definitely learning using this new material. And you guys shouldn't be afraid to like try new things. I know, again, very basic, but these basic Pinterest type of quotes have some sort of meaning, which is like, I think it's stupid because like it's so obvious and like corny, but like it just fits life, man, the human experience. And definitely in art, you should just try everything, because you won't know what your favorite medium or favorite paint or favorite sculpting material is until you've tried it. And that's also why I think something like art class is very good, because you get a freedom and you get forced to try things out of your comfort zone and try to do things. Like personally, I'm not a traditional artist, as you can see, but I think it's worth for every artist to try to make something traditionally, like fine art. Yeah, but again, you don't need to do that. You don't need to have a teacher or be like classically trained or anything. You don't need to go to art school to be an artist. I also like, again, myself as a creative, as an artist, I may not be successful like in money terms, but really in reality the money doesn't matter about success. Just creating something that didn't exist before, creating a unique thing, like that's the real success. Like that's so much more worth any money. Like that's much more worth than any amount of money. Of course, you need money to survive, to live. That's just how our society is built, which I think is fair. It works. Doesn't mean the system is great, but the system works. But still, for me personally, I think my creative freedom is much more worth to me than it is to, somebody else. And again, the art world is filled with people who has a lot of money and a lot of people who have no money. Like the idea of a starving artist is very real, and it's only a trope because it has happened, and it's happened again and again. Like most artists who are famous right now were broke losers in their time. Like everybody hated them. People spat at them at the street and stuff. That's just crazy to me. But now they're some of the most famous people in the world. And I think if they were to like be alive today, I know there's a clip from Doctor Who, I think, where Vincent van Gogh, that's what you say in Danish, is Gogh, Van Gogh, that's what you say in Danish. But Van Gogh, Vincent, the artist, like he was completely a loser, and he was hated, and he was shunned, and people thought he was crazy, and he was actually probably just depressed, and just needed to talk to somebody. Again, he was a great artist, but he wasn't recognized in his time. But later, come his life when he's dead, he's the most famous artist, and he's called the most important artist of our time. Like, that's not a title everybody gets. That's just crazy to me. And of course, there are some artists who get money and can live on their art when they're alive. And I am so happy for everybody who has the chance to do what they love permanently. Again, that's a very hard feat to do. I try, and you can do it so many ways today, and just it's luck. It's not just luck. There is some creative skills and painting ability, but sometimes just the right people have to see you for you to become famous and important. And in reality, like, there's much more of a chance now because of the social media. Like, I would say there's more chance of people to get famous or get well known. Again, like, you can get money from YouTube if you have enough views. So like, if enough people watch you, you can get money for it. And on Instagram, it's the same. If you have enough viewers, you can get sponsorships and all this stuff. So there's many more newer, different ways of becoming recognized and getting paid for what you do. But still, I think most people who are artists just like want your art to be in a gallery. Like that's the best part about having an exhibition. It's not selling a piece, and it's not it's just having people see your art. That's the great thing about it. That's what makes it so good, because other people see and recognize what you have made, and some people even feel the feelings you have tried to express, like feel a connection to the piece you've made, which is like fantastic. And of course, like just feeling the struggle it probably took to make that piece, because I personally know, you're gonna get a little bit of a spoiler here, but I know I struggle a lot on some of my paintings. There's like this, when I paint, it's like there's a wall, and every layer and everything I make like gets me a little bit further up the wall. And then I sometimes hit a really hard point where I feel like all the progress just goes right back down. But then I just power through and listen to some of my great inspirations, like David Cho or Francis Bacon or Jean-Michel Basquiat. Like, these artists painted with energy, with violence, with feelings, and I really try to take that to heart, because when something's not working out, I just go crazy. Like, I take a sparkle and I go fast and I go big and I go abstract. And just for me personally, I definitely have to try to get more abstract in, because I think my paintings will only get more interesting and better if I get more abstract. Like, I'm not just gonna make a little red box beside a little blue box. It's not gonna be that abstract. But I'm gonna make things more, crazy, unbelievable, unreal, in the best way possible, of course. And I'm still gonna keep some traditional stuff, but I've never been much for tradition. Like, I like doing things my own way. I know most people do, and especially artists. Like, most artists were very weird in their time, and that can sometimes be great. That is not sometimes. I'm sorry. That's every time. Weirdness is greatness. Being unique is the best gift you can ever have. And even if you think you aren't unique, you are. Because there's nobody else on this earth like you. Like, there's only one of you. Well, unless you're a twin. Like, if you have a twin, then there's probably two of you. But again, you're still, in your mind, in your soul, you're different people. You may look the same, but you're different. Yeah. I don't really have any much more to say. We're getting very close to the end, and you're gonna see the final reveal very soon. And it's not gonna look a lot like it, but it's not gonna not look like it. I just did a lot of things very quickly, and it actually turned out pretty great, luckily. But sometimes, you have to start over. I didn't have to start over this time, luckily. But as you can see, we're just very standing still here, and this took a lot of time. Again, this painting was just fun. Also, though, trying new materials is just great and very fun, and that's also why this painting was so fun to make. Just because I used new tools and new techniques, and I got better.
Okay, guys, girls, non-binary people, I finished the painting, and you didn't see a lot of this last stuff, which is actually pretty sad, because that's when it changed the most. And the only reason that it happened was because, I think the last thing you saw was me coloring the skin more pinkish. And what happened was just I was very frustrated. Just I couldn't see it going anywhere, and I was like, oh, but I've spent a lot of time on this, and I think it was actually pretty cool, and still, it was yeah, it could have been cool. That's what I was thinking. But if you probably can see, I've been scraping a lot. That's because I've been using this sparkle. Spartle. It's been... This is rock hard. And I have slammed it like bang, bang, bang. I gave it a lot of power and energy for just smacking the shit out of it. And that's how I made this. So using some anger, some energy, some, you know, some life. I think I brought it to life. I'm very sorry that I didn't record the process. But it all happened so fast. And now the painting is done. And I just wanted to say, like, talk to you guys at the last few minutes, because it is a long video and that was the intention. Yeah. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe and comment, all that stuff. Yeah, that's it. This is my newest painting. It doesn't really have a name, but I'm still working on that. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys.